On an average day, Mitchell International Airport in Milwaukee averages around 200 flights. Only one of those airlines, however, works with ICE. Air Wisconsin is a 60-year-old airline which was recently sold and is currently being used as a key cog in the government's air transportation strategy to move migrants across the country. Over the past year, it's conducted over 1,300 flights for ICE. The number includes flights out of Mitchell, where the airline has a hangar. WUWM's Jimmy Gutierrez talked to Milwaukee Journal Sentinel reporter Sophie Carson about Air Wisconsin and ICE. They discussed some of the routes these planes regularly fly and who they're transporting.
So an Air Wisconsin plane flying out of Milwaukee may fly to somewhere like an airport outside Detroit or State College, Pennsylvania, or Bedford, Massachusetts. They also regularly fly to a couple different cities in Texas. In many of these places are places where we know that ICE either has a detention facility or we know that ICE uses the airport there regularly to shuttle detainees around. So Air Wisconsin has a role in these domestic flights, these domestic transfer type flights. But coming out of Milwaukee, it's important to note, as far as we know, there are no detainees on these planes when they come in and out of Milwaukee. It's just that they're picking up people in other cities when
from
they go
these
there.
other cities that you had mentioned.
Exactly.
And then transporting them.
Transporting them could be to other detention facilities. Often it's to kind of these processing centers in the South where they are put on different kinds of planes and deported, sent abroad.
Okay. Before reading your story, I had never heard of Air Wisconsin before. Who is Air Wisconsin? Like, who are they?
It's a Appleton-based airline that has gone through a lot of financial troubles that up until recently was running commercial flights on these 50-seat jets they have. These jets and the airline itself were sold in January to a major government contractor called CSI Aviation. CSI Aviation works with ICE. They have an over $1 billion contract with ICE. So now they're mostly using this Milwaukee airport hangar that they've owned for over 20 years as a hub for maintenance and crew changes.
The other thing, too, is thinking about these flights and Air Wisconsin or CSI Aviation, however you want to refer to them here, is that there's been this huge uptick in these sorts of flights. I'm curious, what have immigrants' rights advocates had to say about these kind of flights or issues with these kind of flights?
I had the same question when I started reporting this story. How unusual is this that these planes are just running more? The immigrant advocates bring up two pieces. One, that the volume of these flights is concerning because it often means in practice that people are being flown away from their places where they live to faraway destinations where they are then put in detention centers very quickly after they're detained. So it makes it difficult to find them right away after they're detained. It also makes it difficult for attorneys to represent them if they are states away, and also difficult for them to file habeas petitions. It has to be an attorney in that licensed to practice in that area who can file a habeas petition to declare their detention is illegal. The other issue is shackles and restraints. These domestic flights are short typically, but advocacy groups call attention to these long-haul flights across the globe where people may be shackled for long periods of time at their wrists, ankles, and waist.
That was Milwaukee Journal Sentinel reporter Sophie Carson. She spoke with WUWM's Jimmy Gutierrez. You can read Sophie's story about Air Wisconsin and ICE at jsonline.com.